All right, so this is where we're at right now. I just got a couple of tacks up top on both sides holding it in, and then the magnets are doing the rest of the heavy lifting there. So it's looking pretty damn good. And then let's say we're pretty level. For doing it on an uneven floor and a uneven table, to try and level that out, that's just a big sheet of 10 gauge that I laid across. So it seemed to help out. Probably if I put a heavier piece of metal on there, it'd lay flat. But the only other heavy sheet I got big enough is 1/4 inch. And that thing just weighs too much to be manhandling around. So this is where we're at. I'm going to finish welding this end up here, and then I'm going to figure out, do I want to keep with the triangle style gusset, or do I want to do some Schedule 40 pipe rounds in there? So we shall see. Check back with you here shortly. All right, we got that top tray all burned in. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if I want to use gussets like those down there, or if I want to use a piece of Schedule 40 like I did. Oh, right there. But with that being said, I'd say that's money. I don't think you could get much more level than that, bud. So, what I got left to do is quite a bit, actually. I mean, just a bunch of little things. One, I need to decide what kind of gussets I want to put here. Two, I need to grind these down because I was playing with the settings on the welder and get all the welds ground down. Where is... Yeah, some of these look like crap. But honestly, I think that one looks the best. But it doesn't matter. It's all going to get ground down anyway. So, what I got left to do, back to that, is I got some 5/8 solid bar stock, round bar. I'm going to use to make axles. I'm going to put some wheels on here and up here. And I need to cut out some plate to make the trays for down there and up here. So, and then I'm probably going to take something like that, minus the magnet, just a bolt like this, and weld it on. That way you've got a place to hang your hat, call it home. Something like that. Also, you can hang your clamps or what have you. I might take a piece of angle iron and hang it off here, so you can take your grinder and set it down in there. Hold on to that. I'm tossing around the idea of building a drawer to go under here to hold like consumables, extra tips, wire, gloves, clamps, screwdriver, you know, basic stuff you would need when you're welding and fabricating. That way you don't got to pack around a toolbox or keep stopping and going back to the toolbox, what have you. Or if you're like me, where you can't work in the garage on your project vehicle. So that is the ideas in motion currently. The for sure thing is going to be the axle and the wheels, and I'm going to use the larger wheels. I believe these are 10-inch wheels. So nice and heavy solid rubber, great for this type of floor, driveways, dirt, grass, that type of crap. So anyway, we will make some more progress on this, and we'll check back with you shortly. All right, so we're getting some parts made up here, get a couple things going. So so far we got that mocked up, nothing's welded in. I still need to trim that axle down, but what we got here, a couple pieces of flat bar that I cut off, and use the plasma cutter, ground that down a little smooth with the grinding stone. And what we're going to do is take this thing here and tack that thing there all together, and then we got another one here, another set, still pretty warm from the plasma cutter, but we'll get that tacked up. And what that's going to do is that's actually going to take the place of those little plates where you see the holes in them right there. Those are just to kind of mock it up. So I want to push that set of tires in the back down further towards the ground and lift the cart up. So we'll get this here tacked up real quick, and we'll get that axle cut off, measured up, and we'll get her going. Alright, that looks pretty good. Nice welds, they laid down. That bottom one kind of became a pile of crap, but whatever. That one looks good. Those look pretty good. So we'll come around the back and kind of weld that up a little bit. Same on this side. We'll get it wire brushed off and get all that burnt crap off, and let's say it's coming together. Alright, so this is where we're at. Got the wheels welded on. Sorry, we got the axle welded on for the wheels. And we put some spacers on there. Now she's got kind of a forward rake. You know, like the old hot rods of the day, or even the hot rods today. And all you got to do now is a little bit more. Put the trays in, top and bottom. The gas bottles will sit back here. And then we're going to make some hooks to hold all the leads and cables and stuff. get those welded on. And we'll probably put a couple little extra goodies on here for some extra storage. Hang on to some tools like an angle grinder or something of that nature. But yeah, she's gonna look pretty good when it's all done. So we'll get some more work done here. Alright, so here's where we're at. Kind of looks like a warthog there. Little tusks. Anyway, got my lead hangers. Hang your welding hood there. Grinding hood there. Some more lead hangers. Put your power cords up there. Top shelf. Got the bottom shelf. It's all tacked in. And I left these little gaps on purpose. Top and bottom. Just because you get dust, debris, whatever, dirt. It'll give you a place to sweep it off. I mean, not that you can't just brush it right off the edge, but it'll fall through if you're pushing it around. This cart is going to be able to handle this type of floor. And it's also going to be able to handle going across the yard, you know, or the property, what have you. Some guys don't have light welders, too much to carry. You'll be able to put your welder up top, generator down below, or vice versa, and it'll be all self-contained. I'm going to put a couple more things on here. I'm not done with it yet, but we'll find a place, put something up there where we can hang that so it stays. And then that'll hold 2 bottles back there. We got to put in some securement for those, a little bottle rack. But got a little more to do, some more fab work. We're going to cap these off all the way around. So that's what we got done today. I think I'm going to call it a night, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. All right, so what we're going to do here, excuse all this mess, I'm a messy worker. So we're going to make one of these. So we'll just pretend this is an angle grinder. We're going to weld that to the cart. That'll be there. Well, that's not going to work. Anyway, you can hang your clamps, what have you, or hang an angle grinder from it. So what we're going to do, this is the same 1 inch by 3/16 flat bar. I'm not sure if this is enough material left, but I've got another one of these, so we'll see. Take it, lock it in your vise real tight like. Then you gotta put your back into it like you're being paid for it. And then you get to a certain point and you want to make it a sharper bend, you take the classic, the BFH. One day I'm going to have a fabrication table and more room to put all this crap away. And there you go. Then what you do is put it in the vise the opposite way. Pull it up tight to the bottom there. Get her nice and tight. And put your back into it. You gotta heave. And because I don't want it to bend right in here, I want it to bend right at the jaws. Once again, what do we use? The BFH. There we go. I hit it a little too hard right in here. That's all right. We can pound her flat. There we go. Now we've got identical pieces. Ish. That'll work. So what we'll do, same thing we did with this one, is we're going to stick it up against the frame, measure it out, cut a line, and then we're going to bend this side over so it comes around the back strap of the cart there. Hang on a sec here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is the one we made previously. Gonna weld it right there. Come around the back and weld it right there. Get you a better shot here with my big arm in the way. So it's going to sit just like that. And then you can put an angle grinder on there. You can hang your clamps like I said previously. So what we'll do is we'll take this piece. We're gonna mark it right where the end of that square tubing is. Mark it on this piece here about just ahead of my thumb. And then we're gonna bend this over so it comes around like this. Just like that. And then we'll cut the excess off and we'll get this tacked in. Alright, there we go. Got her all burned in. Fabbed up. And like I said, the purpose is to hang something like that up there. That way you can carry it with you. You're in between the collars. So you're sitting pretty good. There you go. Got one on each side, and like I said, you can take your clamps and hang your clamps there, or hang up your pliers in there, what have you. Angle grinder, pliers, clamps. Got your warthog leads. Gas bottle holster. I'd say she's shaping up pretty nice there, bud. I think pretty much all we got to do now is run some sort of securement here, a chain or what have you, and get her ready for paint. I do believe so, bud. Here we are, boys. The finished product. The Joker cart is finally done. We capped off all the openings. Got hooks for your leads. Those are 5-inch front swivel casters, 10-inch solid rubber wheels in the rear. Never have to worry about it going flat on you. Hang your leads, hang your welding hood. You can put your clamps or your grinder or your pliers, what have you. There's one here. There's one over here. This will hold 2 gas bottles. Got a double hinge right here and one right here. Got a custom wing nut. Just screw that off and swing this open. It'll fold all the way out of your way. You can get your bottles in, bottles off. Just as easy as pie. Easier, rather. Now, this will hold about 500 pounds. So we, before we painted it, we tested it out. We put this dinosaur on the front of it. Had 2 gas bottles on there. Had a generator on the bottom shelf. All the leads and cables and pliers and clamps and grinders and what have you, just to make sure everything was going to work out, yeah. So there it is, the Joker cart. I'm pretty proud of this one. I'm Brandon. This is Midnight Customs. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, drop me a comment.